What is going on, guys? Pat Damiano here, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to do one of the most important exercises when it comes to kettlebell training. That is going to be the kettlebell press. Now on paper, the kettlebell press seems like it would be a very straightforward exercise, and in general it is, but there are some things that I see a lot of people doing wrong and things that are going to lead to inefficient pressing and potentially hurting our shoulders when doing this exercise. Because what I see people do a lot of time is treat the kettlebell like a dumbbell, and at the end of the day, it is not, so we need to adjust accordingly. Now first and foremost, we need to talk about the setup and starting position of our press. And that is going to be right here. Being in a nice solid front rack position is going to change everything. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail on how to properly hold the kettlebell in the front rack because I do have a video teaching you how to do that. But we are going to talk about it a little bit. The main concept is making sure that this elbow is in nice and tight. Like I said before, people like to treat the kettlebells like a dumbbell, especially when doing an exercise like a press. And if I told you to press a dumbbell, you'd have your arm out here. Now, if we try and press the kettlebell from there, we might be able to do it, but it's not going to be comfortable and can potentially lead to some injury as this weight is constantly pulling our shoulder back, and it's not going to feel good on most people's shoulders. It's also going to be a very inefficient way to press the kettlebell, and you're not going to be able to go as heavy, which is leaving strength and gains off the table. So first things first, we're going to make sure this elbow is in nice and tight and down. I like to tell people that their forearm and elbow should be kind of sitting against their ribs. So now we've got a nice straight line from our elbow to our wrist, holding this kettlebell in nice and close. From here, we're going to make sure that when we press straight up in a little bit of a corkscrew fashion, and don't let our elbow flare out and try and press like that. Because like I said, this isn't a dumbbell, we can't treat it accordingly. So elbow stays in tight, and as we press up, we press straight up towards the ceiling, letting our hand lead the way straight up. But from there, we are not done. Bringing the kettlebell down properly is going to be just as important as how we press the kettlebell up. So again, like I said, this isn't a dumbbell. If this was a dumbbell, you'd have your elbow flare out and you'd bring it down like that. Not going to be super efficient. We want to bring this kettlebell down the same way we just pressed it up. So what I like to tell people is, imagine you're actually trying to lead the way with your elbow. So my elbow is going to be pulling down and coming right back into this front rack position. It's almost as if I told you were doing a lat pull down and you had to pull your elbow down into you. Now, when you do that motion, you should feel some tension in your lats. This is the beauty of kettlebells. As we do exercises like this, due to the shape of it, we have other muscles working to stabilize and help us out and get just a little bit more work in as opposed to just using our shoulders when doing a press. So remember, when we press this kettlebell, we are going to start with our elbow in nice and tight. We are going to press straight up to the ceiling. And then as I bring this kettlebell down, I'm just going to reverse the same motion I did, keeping this elbow in nice and tight, feeling some tension in my lats, and bringing my kettlebell and hand right back to this nice, safe, solid front rack position. And that is how you efficiently and, more importantly, safely press a kettlebell. Like I said, it's a fairly straightforward exercise, but there are a couple things that need to be tweaked to make sure we are doing it in the best way possible compared to how we would maybe press a dumbbell. Because again, as always, we cannot treat our kettlebells like dumbbells. They just don't necessarily work the same in most exercises. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you got any value out of it, or if you have a question after watching it, please go ahead and let me know in the comments below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. As always, you don't need a ton of space, you don't need a ton of time, and you don't need a ton of equipment, all right? If you like this type of content, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.